Okay, we've been working with Michelle for about 10 years. When we look back on our journey, we can break it into 3 phases, which I've listed there. So we started working with Michelle before we actually did conversations of substance around building a school culture. And then we moved through, and our phase 2 was building better teachers, and we did conversations of substance coaching. We looked at mindsets and we developed shared language. And then we went on to the student poster. If you go to the next one, Cheryl, I'll just go through the posters quickly. So this is where we started. We're very big with posters in our school. These are the teacher posters. It also is part of our school plan for every 3 or 4 years. This one was just, this started as I arrived in the school. And it probably, Michelle joined us towards the end of this poster. That was a 3-year duration. It was more about setting processes and procedures, because we had at this school transition from Hendra Secondary College, where we had secondary students and adult learners, back into just a straight high school. So our teachers were used to doing all sorts of stuff. So we wanted to just set up some processes and procedures that we all followed in the classrooms. So we started here. Next slide, Michelle. We went to this one, which I would say we decided the student was our focus for the teachers. So we looked at strategies, whole school faculty and individual, to help us improve our student outcomes. And we worked on consistency. So that was for our teachers to work on to influence our students. This one was about looking at the teacher and, again, upskilling the teacher to impact our students, but it was more about upskilling them. And this is where I think Michelle really came into it, where we started doing conversations of substance with all of our staff. At the moment, all of our staff, bar new teachers that have joined the school this year, are trained in conversation of substance level 1. A lot of our staff are level 2 and level 3 trained. So we have a very common language that we use when we talk to each other, and we are involved in coaching. So we have triads where we work on shared, I'll say problems. They're not really problems. Some of them are just getting that 1%, but we also try new stuff. That one of our new initiatives is doing thinking through the Harvard Project Zero thinking routines. That forms a large part of our coaching, because it's a way of working with students and we need to share ideas. Next one, Charles. This is the one we really want. So you can see on this one, this is our current one that we're working on from 2023 to 2030. So we've done our school implementation plan for that long. We'll tweak it as we go along. You can see evidence of Michelle on this. If you look in one corner, it says OSMR. That is our cultural statement, our school, my responsibility. Michelle was actually way back in about 2017. That was what we developed with our staff as part of their development. So it basically meant we worked on our staff to better develop them, their behaviours, and once we got them up to scratch, we are now focusing on our students. So that's our staff focus. You can see all sorts of stuff in there. It's actually the cockpit of a plane. If you look at the red bit through the middle, that's the instrument panel. Above it is the future, flying into the future, and the bottom is the stuff that we already have set up. Yeah, it's really big. It stares you in the face all the time. Our students refer to it because they hold us accountable. And our newest piece of work is now we have a poster for the students that we can hold them accountable. So these are the things we did to upskill our teachers. So when we talk about the from behaviour to better, these are the behaviours that we have worked with our teachers on to make things better in our school. Conversations of substance, our coaching program, which uses all of the stuff from the conversations of substance in there. And now we've started in the last probably 3 years, because we did hack quite a few years ago, but now we've started with the Better Me program. We ran that, blocks of that last year and the year several years before as a trial program. 2 years ago, we saw the ARMOR principles that Michelle showed us earlier, the triangle, and we went, we really want those to be something that our students can hang their hat on.
And sorry, just to explain there, the hack program was the first version of Better Me. Yeah, so it was Aviation who said, you know, can you create something? And the hack program was How to Hack Being Human. We're taking that content now and bringing it into the year 11 and 12 version of Better Me.
So this is where we're at currently in this journey. You can see that big poster on the side with the plane. That is actually our student poster. It is based on the ARMA principles. It is 2 years worth of work that we have done at the school where we've actually talked to our students about awareness, acceptance, regulation, motivation, and accountability and what it meant for them. And you can see underneath in the yellow, whether you can see it clearly or not, they are the things that when they are talking about awareness and they notice, or I notice, these are the things that they felt were important for them to notice. And it's the same for all the principles. The question we asked our students when we're developing this is, what do you come to us with and what do you want to leave us with when you take your bag and board that plane into your future? And these are the things they told us. We then set about designing a poster because we're right into posters. Again, this one, I think you can see it actually behind me on my board. It is 1 by 1.5 meters as well and is in the moment being made so that we can hang them up around our classrooms and our school. They had 100% impact into an influence into what that looked like. They wanted it to be a journey that they were taking, where as they moved through the school, through the years, they actually picked up these ARMA concepts. We call them mindsets. So they picked up their ARMA mindsets, they developed them, they gained some skills that they could use moving forward into their life. So we used that and we used the Better Me program, the units that we have at the moment, Michelle, correct me, Wise Me, Social Me, we're writing Hack.
And then ARMA Me. And then we're doing Future Me. So Hack's going to turn into Future Me for the 11s and 12s and goal setting and things like that.